What's up, everybody? Just a end of the day update on the Cobalt. I got the amps mounted up there. I mounted both of them, the 500s over there and then the 300 right there. That one's a little angled because it's on that piece of steel there. I got spacers underneath them. I thought about taking them out, spacing it down some, but we'll worry about that later if I want it to look really good. I also got my distribution terminals and my power and ground wires ran. Follow the factory wiring harness. I sleeved them. They look good. I also got my power and ground for my head unit because I ran a separate power and ground to power the head unit to keep a ground loop out. That a lot of GM newer cars have. If you use a pack like radio adapter like I'm using, you can get a ground loop. My 6.5 plan for the 8x9s, the adapters aren't going to work out, so I'm just going to get some 6x9s. Probably some punches. I don't know yet. I'll probably look. I'm going to go to this local shop probably Monday and take a peek. I'm not going to be done with this. I gutted the interior. I have a leak. I found out my carpet was soaked on both floorboards, so I'm going to have to figure out where that's coming from probably before I button everything back up. But I'll probably pull it over sometime next week to the wash pad and spray it down and see if I can make it leak. I'm not debating it's or not. Wouldn't be surprised, I guess, to say. Wouldn't be surprised if it was a windshield because they did replace it. They hit a deer with it and the deer kind of rode all the way up over the car, I think. There's a dent in the roof. So yeah. I got my 9-wire ran for the RCAs. That's all done. So all the RCAs are back here. They'll just need wired into the adapter there to go in. And I guess I can't say all the RCAs. The 4-channel amp, the door, the mids and highs, door, speaker amp, RCAs are ran because I got to run another 9-wire up front for the subs. A reverse power is going to be ran through it. I figured it's only going to have power through it or getting sent through it when it's in reverse. So I guess if I have a little bit of interference when I'm in reverse, that'll be fine. I mean, that won't bug me. But I'm not going to be running 12 volts down it all the time. My remote wire will have 12 volts down all the time. But it's going to come back here. It's going to be hooked into a relay. And it's going to be to turn the amps on. They're going to be on a relay, keyed on relay. So that'll also come down and come across to the actually, I don't know. Yeah, that'll come across for the I'll have it fused and it'll come out to the backup camera. So it'll be on when the key's on. So I figured it only has to be on when the radio's on, right? So, or when the head unit's on. So yeah, I might as well just power it off the remote on with a relay. So yeah, not a lot of progress besides it's gutted. That was the big progress. I also got the carpet dried up a lot. I took a lot of the foam off, so I'm gonna have to find some foam or some alternative to sound deaden the floor. But I gotta find where that leak is because that pisses me off. I hate leaky cars. Always had that problem with T-tops, and I'm gonna pull the headliner off and make sure all the hoses for the sunroof is done or sealed and the tubes are in. Make sure there's no noticeable leaks there. The back floor pans are wet too though, so I don't know if it's my door seals that are leaking. These back windows are leaking too. I don't really know. The trunk seems to be pretty dry. It was the battery that was sweating was what was making it wet, but I'm not real sure. I got my door panel tore apart, got some sound deadening in this door and my 6x9 in there. I'd like to have these all hooked up and done tomorrow. I'd like to have all the door panels assembled again. I don't know if it's going to happen or not, but you know, I'd like to be able to listen to music tomorrow. I'd like to be able to have the car back to starting and moving under its own power so I don't have to push it outside. But that won't be that difficult. And I could probably, actually, truth be told, I could plug the battery in and still drive it out and wouldn't have no problems. I got down here, removed the factory amplifier, got all my pin out for my door speakers. So yeah, we're gonna run a 9-wire up here for the door speakers. So yeah, I gotta run 2 9-wires up here, don't I? I gotta run one up here from the for the subs, and then one up here for the whatchamajig, the door speakers. For all my door speakers. It's the C2, the middle plug is what's got all your door speakers in it. I got a diagram. This is your power and ground to your factory amplifier, and also your subwoofer outputs. This is all your inputs. Power on, the blue I believe is the power on. You could use this if you wanted to for your line out early. I could have ran two 9 wires from this, pulled all my high levels off this, and then brought them back to this too if I really wanted to. But I like the RCA connections, so that's what I did. I soldered up all my RCA connections. You really can't see them, they're in there though. All my AC vents and stuff are all done up. They're not done up. They're outside. I'm gonna go ahead and I got that wrap. I'm gonna try to vinyl wrap them, see how it turns out. I might do that this evening. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and flip the seats up for right now, just for this evening, just so they can get that spot out of them, because I've been laying on them all day. Put some rags over the hooks so they don't hurt my seats, but yeah. So get her done here hopefully next weekend, so it ain't gotta set out here in the lot for a month. But I guess it's gotta do what it's gotta do, I guess, or I gotta do what I gotta do. So whatever time, I might push it in every other day here during the week. I don't know, it all depends. Days I get tired working here, so once you work on ATVs and stuff all day, they can really wear you out. So I'm just happy that the 2 amplifiers are mounted, and I just got to run power. I want to get all of them wired up. I want to have them coming on tomorrow. I want to get the radio wired up. I want to get the amps. I want to get the amps wired up and to play music. I went ahead and unhooked these speakers because they're 2 ohm. So even if I do get the amp to play music, I don't want to be playing these because that's only a 4 ohm rated 4 ohm amp. So I don't want to hurt the amplifier. I'm gonna listen to Rockford. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get it wired up tomorrow, and some of it, like I said, this will be spread out for a couple weeks, so just because I'll put it on the schedule and schedule our uploads, so you guys won't see this for a while. But yep, hopefully the week after all this install is done, I could have a full review of the stereo, because I'll be able to be driving it for a few days, so I can try it out, see how it sounds and stuff. But yeah, we'll catch you in next video. I'll probably just do an update tomorrow. I took a bunch of pictures. I got a forum post over there at SMD's forum, so just showing off some simple stuff, just showing you progress and how it looks in this car. But I like it. It looks pretty factory. I would like to get some black zip ties. The yellow zip ties make it not look anything near factory, but I even put some older wire loom on it. It's brand new, but it's just been sitting in a dusty shop, so it looks like crap. But it fits the car because the rest of it looks dusty, so perfect. It looks factory. It looks like it's been in there since 2007. So yeah, got my excess power battery back here. I think I'm going to kind of counter out the weight of this stereo by removing all the factory amplifiers. I'm going to remove the XM box that's behind in the rear window there. I'm going to remove that. I'm going to keep the thing on the roof, though. I'm not going to take that out to have a leak or anything. So I'm just going to leave it and unplug it, tie all that stuff up, and just set that stuff in a box. If any of you guys are curious what a factory amp looks like, if you've never ripped one out of this, that's the factory front door speakers with tweeter. That butyl sealant is good stuff. This is what the factory amp looks like. I read somewhere this is rated at like 270 watts, but I can't verify that. Yeah, that's what it is. It's made in China, so yeah, you gotta love that. I'm gonna go ahead and put this with the factory radio over here in this box. This shop is an absolute nightmare mess right now. Tomorrow I'm gonna clean everything, get everything cleaned up so it looks good for Monday. So even I know the car probably won't be done, so I'm just gonna get her cleaned up. I already got a bunch of my panels hidden back in the caged area, so yeah. I don't really want a bunch of my crap out and about when we're having during business hours. Doesn't look good, so. There's that original AC Delco battery. There is a date of mid 2006 on it, so it's a pretty old battery. Still started the old car. There was a time though you couldn't run the radio for very long because she would die. And well, it wouldn't die, but you couldn't. It wouldn't be enough to turn the car over. So, yep. I'm gonna go ahead and throw this. I think this is the negative side. Yep. Cover on this, just so nothing touches it. I like that battery. It's got those top cover things. Pretty cool. And you can bust off the thingies and leave the coming out the side if you'd like. So even though that won't work in this application, but it may end up because I don't know if I can keep that red battery cover on there. But yeah, go ahead and close this up. So gonna get this all sound deadened, hopefully. If not tomorrow, next weekend. So I want to get that done. I do want to find my leak. That is one thing. I want to find my leak. Oh, one other thing. As you can see that over there on the floor, I replaced my fuse box. My underhood fuse box is broke, or was broke. Was broke off the tab, and the other tab was broke. I don't have the bolts, or not the bolts, I don't have the nuts for the here and down there. They weren't in the car, so I had to cut some zip ties yet, but it's pretty much installed. This is for my fog lights. I got them wired to be on all the time with the low beams. Got to put my headlights in too, my new headlights. I got a lot of crap to do. You still gotta unbolt this. I didn't know that, but the actual proper way, I guess, to take this lid off is to unbolt this and pull it out so you can get to it. That's about the only way to get this cover off without breaking the shit out of everything in that box. So, like I said, I'm gonna get the doors closed up here and go home. Because I'm tired. I've been here early this morning, so sun's about to set. I believe it's a little after. Okay, scratch that. It's 6:45, so we'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.